Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and welcome the Lakeview High School graduating class of 2019. Before we get started with tonight's ceremony, I would like to please remind everyone to take their cell phone out and turn the ringer off. Also, please refrain from behaviors that should only be deemed appropriate at sporting venues. Outbursts of cheering, shouting, or whistling detract from the dignity of this event deserves. Having said that, welcome to the 88th commencement ceremony of Lakeview High School. It is an honor to be principal of Lakeview High School. Over the past 13 years as an administrator at Lakeview High School, it has been my privilege to be a part of the education of the students that are here before us today. I'm very proud of the accomplishments of this group of leaders, artists, athletes, and scholars. This class amassed a total of 1,555 college credits, 288 credits through our Baker College program, 564 through our Wayne State University program, and 703 Macomb Community College dual enrollment credits. Total tuition costs contributed by Lakeview Public Schools is $325,237. Indeed. Class of 2019 scholars impressively have accepted $1,269,000. Congratulations, your academic drive has paid off. All of the staff at Lakeview Public Schools have worked very hard to prepare each and every one of our students for the next phase of their journey in life, regardless of their chosen path. The administration and staff of Lakeview Public Schools wish them all great success in their lives and careers. Congratulations, class of 2019. I would now like to recognize the many distinguished guests that are here with us tonight. From the Lakeview Public Schools Board of Education, President Daniel Dombrowski. Vice President Donald Wheaton Jr. Secretary Robin Martin. Treasurer Michael Bear. Trustees James Curry. Peter Asha Jr., and Benjamin Miners. From the Lakeview Central Office staff, Superintendent-KARL Paulson. Assistant Superintendent Human Resources Director Tracy Van Peeren. Director of Student Services Chris Kress. Director of Business Services, Kathy Conan. Early Education Director, Catherine Newman. And Director of Athletics and Operations, Sean Zaborowski. Next, from Jefferson Middle School, Principal David Lavender. Assistant Principal Jason Townsend. And Dean of Students, Angelina Krieger. From our elementary schools, Principal Chris Hahn, Ardmore Elementary. Sarah Dabalier, Greenwood Elementary. Greg Cedar, Harmon Elementary. And Justin Cabe, Princeton Elementary. From the Lakeview High School Administration, High School Assistant Principals Heather Huber and Jennifer Zaborowski. Our class of 2019 sponsors are Christine Hill, and Nicole Roberson. And our graduate speaker, Lakeview High School Class of 2008, Dr. Christopher Hershey. Now, would all the outstanding Lakeview Public School teachers that are here with us tonight please rise and be recognized? The students before us tonight have unquestionably had the support of their parents getting to this point. The importance of this support cannot be underestimated and should be recognized. Will the parents, guardians, please rise and be recognized? And finally, will all the Lakeview High School alumni please rise and be recognized? To announce this evening's graduation awards is Lakeview Public Schools School Board President, Mr. Dan Dombrowski.
Thank you, Mr. KAPLA. Excuse me. On behalf of Lakeview Public Schools Board of Education, I'd like to welcome all to this evening's Class of 2019 commencement, Lakeview's 88th commencement. Traditions are an important part of any organization, and in schools, the tradition of graduation is a particularly moving and uplifting event. This is a time when we as school board members, administrators, teachers, support staff, parents, and families applaud the academic, athletic, artistic, musical, and social accomplishments of each of you. This particular class is especially talented, as we saw on May 22nd in the number of scholarships and awards that were presented. Graduation also gives us the opportunity to celebrate the many fine accomplishments of individual members of the class of 2019. While these honors are given to individuals, all honors reflect on the quality of the entire class. I know that you celebrate with me as we recognize the following 8 individuals for their outstanding achievements, noting that the first 7 awards are considered of equal ranking, and the 8th award, the Robert H. Schaublin Award, is considered the top award. First we have is the Balfour Award. This is the oldest of our awards. The recipients' names date back to 1962 on 3 of the 4 Balfour plaques we can find. The missing plaque predates the 1960s. A plaque to be presented at commencement to the senior that was voted on the faculty based on service and scholarship. The 2019 recipient of the Balfour Award is Jessica Vandermaas. Next we have is the Richard Black Award. First awarded in 1970, this plaque is presented to the senior that was voted on by the faculty based upon leadership, athleticism, and scholarship. The 2019 recipient of the Richard Black Award is Chaz Lumpkin. Next, we have the Honor Award. Initially awarded in 1962, a plaque to be presented at commencement to the senior that was voted on the faculty based upon leadership, service, and scholarship. The 2019 recipient of the Honor Award is Luke Hyde. Next, we have is the Co-Ed Service Award. This award was first presented in 1962. A plaque to be presented at commencement to the senior that was voted on the faculty based upon character, service, and scholarship. The 2019 recipient of the Co-Ed Service Award is Casey Lee. Next, we have the Christine Neiman Award. This award originated in 1963, named in honor of a former math and Latin teacher who was a member of one of St. Clair Shore's original families. Neiman Street was named after this family. A plaque to be presented at commencement to the senior that was voted on the faculty based upon character and scholarship. The 2019 recipient of the Christine Neiman Award is Jennifer Ackerman. Next we have is the William Strigley Civic School Award. Mr. Strigley was a member of the Lakeview Board of Education. In 2008, his family made an endowment to the Alumni Association, providing professional development money to a teacher and the Strigley Award to a senior who demonstrated leadership and scholarship. The 2019 recipient of the William Strigley Civic School Award is Jimmy Malishka. And next we have the Ian Smith Award. Mr. Ian Smith Sr. is a former Lakeview Board of Education president. A plaque to be presented at commencement to the senior that was voted on the faculty based upon leadership, service, and scholarship. The 2019 recipient of the Ian Smith Award is Julia Martin. And last, we have the Robert H. Schaublin Award. Mr. Robert H. Schaublin served honorably as Lakeview High School principal from 1951 to 1978. He also served the district as superintendent of schools. This plaque was awarded to the most outstanding senior as voted on by the faculty. Criteria for this award: character, leadership, service, and scholarship. This honor has been awarded to our top seniors since 1967. The 2019 recipient of the Robert H. Schaublin Award is Elizabeth Anderson. And once again, congratulations to all the graduates this evening, the class of 2019. All the best to you.
Excellent indeed. Tonight, the Lakeview Select Choir will be performing Lakeview High School alma mater and Irish Blessings under the direction of Mrs. Jody Thompson. I present to you the Lakeview Select Choir. Thank you, Lakeview Choir. Truly outstanding every year, really. It's now my pleasure to introduce the president of the class of 2019 and this year's class of 2019 salutatorian, Luke Hyde. Luke is the son of Lori and Larry Hyde. Luke has served on the LHS Student Council for 4 years and as class president all 4 years. He was a member of the NHS for 3 years and a state qualifier in track and field. Luke was also an academic letter, Lamp of Learning, Silver Bar, and Gold Bar recipient. Luke will be attending the University of Michigan Dearborn in the fall and plans to major in marketing. Luke Hyde.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Luke Hyde, and I am the Student Council President and the salutatorian of the class of 2019. First, let me begin by saying congratulations to all the graduates here today. Although I may not know you all personally, it's safe to say that I'm proud to be your class president and proud to be graduating with you today. Graduating high school is a major milestone and something that we should all be proud of, and today is a day that we should all celebrate. However, this is only the beginning of an even longer and tougher journey that we have ahead of us. For most, graduating high school means stepping into adulthood, taking on new responsibilities, and pursuing our life as we see fit. So, for my speech, there's 2 things that I want you to take away as we all step into adulthood. These are 2 steps that I've taken, and I know many people have taken as well, to help them succeed. These points are simple, and I know that you've probably heard them before, but I hope hearing it from me will make all the difference. The first step for achieving success in anything is to just get started. I know that sounds simple, but the problem is many people have goals. They want to lose weight, they want to get a job, they want to start a business, they want to do anything, but then they never actually get started. Why don't they get started? Well, they make excuses. They make excuses for why they just can't start. Well, I can't go to the gym today because I have too much homework. I can't eat that healthy meal because it's just too expensive. Obviously, I know that there are circumstances that come up and make some choices unavoidable. However, if this goal is something you truly want to achieve, you can't let anything stand in the way of that. Now, I want to expose the worst excuse out there. I'll get to it tomorrow. People think, oh, I want to achieve a goal, so I'll get started tomorrow. Then that turns into I'll start next month, which turns into I'll start next year. This is the worst excuse because you actually trick yourself into thinking you're not making an excuse. You think, well, I'm going to get started eventually, so that stops you from doing it now. So please, not for me, but for yourself, if you have a dream, take a step forward. Don't push it further and further back. Stand up to yourself and say, today is the day that I'm going to get started on pursuing my dream, on pursuing my goals. Even if it's the tiniest of steps, it's better than doing nothing at all. Getting started will build momentum that will grow and grow. And once you achieve that goal, I know that you'll be glad that you started. But here comes the second part. Now that you've started, you have to remember one word: consistency. After getting started, there is only one thing that will get you to your goal. It's if you stay consistent with taking steps forward that will push you towards your goal. Let's just take getting good grades as an example I know we can all relate. You may get an A on one assignment in class, but if you aren't trying for the rest of the assignments, we all know you could get a bad grade in the class overall. So if you want to maintain that good grade, you have to be trying for every assignment. And if you do this, if you are consistently putting in the quality time and effort, you will be able to get a good grade in the class. That comes with anything. If you are consistently putting in the quality work, quality time, taking those steps forward, you will succeed. But I want to make one thing clear. when you are taking all these actions, you aren't always able to move forward. You may take a test or an assignment and get a bad grade on it. However, I want you all to remember one phrase. If you fall flat on your face, you're still moving forward. I know it sounds silly, but there are still learning opportunities in failing. So please, don't take failures as failures. Look at them, learn, and see what you can do to avoid your mistake. So when times get tough, remember, stay consistent. These are the two things that have helped me this year achieve things that I didn't know I could achieve. Just this January, I decided to take the leap and pursue something that has really been taking my interest, online marketing. You know, I started building an online presence online, kind of whatever. But now my community has grown to over 11,000 people around the world, and I actually started my own online business in March. I would have never been able to achieve any of these things if I didn't just take the leap and stay consistent with taking the actions that are pushing me towards my goals. So, no matter what you're doing after high school, staying consistent and just getting started will help you to succeed. Now I want to thank the Board of Education, Central Office, teachers, family, and friends. Whether we have realized it or not, you have all played a role in getting the class of 2019 to graduation. We are all very grateful. I want to offer one last congratulations to all of you in the class of 2019 on your great accomplishment. I look forward to hearing all the wonderful things you come to achieve in the future. Now, I have the honor of introducing this year's Distinguished Teacher Award. This year, the award goes to the sweetest teacher I've ever had. I think just by that description alone, you might be able to guess who's receiving this award. But she is so much more than just sweet. She is an insightful, wonderful teacher who cares about her students and their success above everything. I know that she would put her students above herself every single time, and that is why she deserves this award. So, this year's Distinguished Teacher Award goes to Mrs. Culver.
Well, I wondered why. I was joking that they sat me up front, and I'm like, I cry all the time. Why would they want me there? I love you too. I love you too. I'm so thankful, and you would think after, all these years I would get used to saying goodbye at this moment to my students, but I never really get used to it because I love you too. And when I was standing in line to walk in and I looked at the students, the graduates behind me, one of my amazing young ladies said, I love you. And I said, I love you too. And how blessed is that to go to work every day and hear that? And so thank you so much for giving me that every day. There's laughter and love, and it gives me faith and purpose every day. And I know you'll be successful. I have no doubt of that. But just go out and do the same that you've done for me and everyone here at Lakeview, and just show love and mercy and encouragement to everyone, and I hope that you find that every step of the way too. And please remember, I'm always here for you. I'm always here to give you that, and thank you for giving that to me. Thank you for tonight.
Thank you again, Mrs. Culver. Finally, as class president and on behalf of the class of 2019, I would like to present our class gift to the school. This year's gift will be a Chromebook cart with laptops to help our students succeed in the growing technological age. Thank you all, and again, congratulations, class of 2019.
I knew that would get some rumblings, like, why now, right? That's okay. It'll be put to good use. Congratulations, Sue. Most well-deserving. Absolutely it is. And thank you to class of 2019 for the Chromebooks. Those are going to be put to great use. Thank you. Lakeview High School is proud to be a National Honor Society member school. NHS students must maintain a 3.5 GPA, perform 30 hours community service, 18 of which are in the form of tutoring, and 12 large-scale service projects like cleanups. This year, the LHS National Honor Society donated $2,530 to the Capuchin Soup Kitchen. Yearly, NHS donates hundreds of hats, scarves, and mittens to MCREST. This year, NHS volunteered at Forgotten Harvest, the Nautical Mile Cleanup, and St. Clair Shores Drain Stenciling for the St. Clair Shores Waterfront Environmental Committee. They are all bound by the NHS standard of character, leadership, scholarship, and service. And tonight, we have 30 NHS member students graduating. Could all of the NHS students who are seated on stage please rise and be recognized? Thank you for your commitment and service to the Lakeview community. The selfless work that these students do is truly inspiring. Thank you again. Good job, guys. The class of 2019 has 23 students before you today who are wearing a gold stole. They are being recognized for their accomplishments as graduating with highest honors. These students earned a minimum 3.75 GPA and have earned proficient on all the MME endorsements and have taken at least 2 advanced placement courses. Would all the students graduating with highest honors please stand and be recognized for all your accomplishments? The class of 2019 has 35 Silver Stole recipients. Silver Stoles signify a student graduating with honors. These students completed the required courses for graduation, maintained a GPA of 3.5 or higher, and earned at least 2 proficient endorsements on the Michigan Merit Exam. All students graduating with honors, please stand and be recognized. The valedictorian of the class of 2019 is Chaz Lumpkin. Chaz is the son of Linda and Charles. At Lakeview, Chaz was part of the National Honor Society for 3 years. He was a member of the varsity swim team for 4 years. During his tenure on the swim team, he accumulated 4 varsity letters, 3 years all-county, and 2 years all-state. I think he broke like 4 or 5 records. He's too humble to put that in here, but I think there's Lumpkin all over the wall in the pool. It's awesome. He was too humble to tell me that, so I put that in there. Chaz will be attending the University of Michigan in the fall and will major in pre-med. Ladies and gentlemen, Chaz Lumpkin.
Good evening, Lakeview class of 2019. 4 challenging years later, and we have finally made it to graduation. But when I say we, I refer not only to the accomplished students, but the phenomenal supporters along the way. And so I'd like to thank our family, friends, and staff for enabling us to reach this moment. Let's give them a nice round of applause. Seven years ago, my family made the decision to transfer me to Lakeview Public Schools. This was one of the best decisions of my life. I believe Lakeview does an amazing job and facilitating what every high school should instill in its students: growth and development of character and a solid work ethic. We have been presented with countless challenges throughout our high school career, ranging from cramming for finals to driving 50 down 11 Mile trying not to get that fifth starting. With every challenge we encountered, we developed defining characteristics which will benefit us for a lifetime and allow us to succeed in our endeavors. We might have even picked up a few life lessons along the way from places we could not have expected. From repeatedly checking snowdaycalculator.com instead of studying for an exam, we learned to stay focused. From using Spark Notes instead of reading in English, we learned to be efficient in how we use our time. And from sharing pictures of a study guide at 2 in the morning, we learned you can never have too many friends. Although the challenges posed to us made some aspects of high school seem like a marathon, the majority of it was a blur. Each day brought new problems and excitement. The path to graduation was neither clear nor straight, but it always led us forward. We have lost and gained friends and made countless new relationships, some of which may even last a lifetime. As we gained more responsibilities and stress, our resolve held firm, and the defining trait that marks an excellent student became clear: tenacity. My favorite quote is, "A diamond is just a chunk of coal that did well under pressure." The obstacles of school and extracurriculars have provided the pressure, and we have all become diamonds through hard work and perseverance. I swam competitively for just over 10 years, and I'm sure that my parents and Coach Kalinowski could tell you that I was rarely satisfied with how I swam. Even if I improved, I would constantly think about all the mistakes I made in a race, and when I was finished, it was difficult for me to be content knowing I could have done better. I was unhappy with my performance, so sophomore year, I started going to additional practices early in the mornings. I used this extra time not for raw training, but to work out the flaws. And this led to rapid improvement, and I eventually achieved my goal of going All-State the following year. I'd also like to personally thank Coach Kalinowski for helping me reach this point, and my parents for their love and support. What I took away from this is that true improvement can only be accomplished by having the courage to seek out the weaknesses in ourselves. Only then can we set goals and strive for them to the best of our ability. It may take hours, days, or even years, but the toughest part is choosing to commit, to not subside until we achieve our goals. In times like these, the hardest choices require the strongest wills. Once the season ended, I decided to sign up for track, remembering the fun I had when I ran freshman year. While I was not as good of a runner as I was a swimmer, I really enjoyed the sport, and am thankful I joined by virtue of the friends I made. Had I been content with just swimming, I would never have experienced such an incredible track season. One of the greatest mistakes one can make is allowing their life to fall into a rut and become stagnant. Seek out new paths, meet new people, and never be afraid to make a change for the better, no matter the size. Do what you love and nothing less. And so as we get ready to walk out those doors, remember to enjoy the journey and don't sweat the little things. Of all people, I got ISS 2 weeks before graduation for the first time. But in the end, I laughed it off with the rest of the office when they told me. Let's just say not even the valedictorian is safe from senioritis. The tribulations we have endured ultimately allow us a gift of opportunity. That is, the opportunity to shape our future into whatever we desire. The class of 2019 is ready for the world, but the world is not ready for what the class of 2019 has to offer. Thank you, and it's a great day to be a Husky.
Thank you, Jazz. It is now my pleasure to introduce the Superintendent of Lakeview Public Schools, Mr. Karl PAULSON.
Six snow days. Somebody had to bring it up. In 2008, you had 2.5 snow days. Good evening to all, and thanks for attending this important event. Our Board of Education administrators, teachers, staff, special guests, all of these people around us have come here because of you, class of 2019. You're still seniors, but you made it. Tonight, we're proud of you. Parents, you made it. Tonight, we're pleased for you, staff and faculty, you made it happen. A couple of weeks ago and earlier tonight, we were graced with hearing about all of these seniors who were decorated with academic accolades and honors. And many of our seniors have demonstrated success in athletics and band and extracurriculars, orchestra, clubs, etc. Let's understand that all of those things are what you have done. You lived the year until tonight as seniors, and when we walk out off the stage and out those doors tonight, you'll be graduates. That's going to mean a little bit more of a challenge. So we challenge you. But remember this, the challenges you will face are what makes life interesting. Overcoming those challenges are what will make your life meaningful. You've overcome this one big challenge, graduating from high school, and our celebration tonight makes it meaningful. So now my simple words of wisdom. Your future, seniors, is just starting to be created. What you make of your future is up to you. I challenge you to make the most of it. I'll say it again. The challenges you will face will make your life interesting. Overcoming those challenges will make your life meaningful. Keep getting an education. No matter what you do, no matter how slow or how fast, pay for it now, it will pay you back later. Education is the great equalizer. You can be the next business owner, teacher, Marine hero, lawyer, doctor, pastor, police officer, or polymer chemical engineer. You must be the engines of our future economy. Remember, the expert started as a beginner. You are beginning. I know what you've learned in Lakeview, you're prepared. You can handle the world with many challenges, and later tonight you'll begin to get the chance to begin that journey, and I know you're going to make all of us proud. Congratulations, you made it. I also have the pleasure of introducing our next speaker. His journey began as a 2008 graduate of Lakeview High School. So in order to properly set up this moment, we need to put everything in context and hear a little bit about what was Lakeview and the world in 2008. Well, 2007 and 8, right? In January of 2007, Apple's CEO, Steve Jobs, announced the iPhone. Not that long ago. J.K. Rowling finished her 7th Harry Potter novel. After 50 years of rule, the president of Cuba, Fidel Castro, retired and handed the reins over to his younger brother, Raul. About this same time, in June of 2008, the Red Wings beat the Pittsburgh Penguins to win their 11th Stanley Cup championship. Michael Phelps won several individual gold medals and some team events with world record times in the 2008 Olympics. President George W. Bush signed a bill to save the economy and bail out the U.S. financial system because of a bunch of banks that made some poor mortgage decisions. In November of that same year, Barack Obama was elected the first African-American president. Bill Gates stepped down as CEO of Microsoft to focus on more important things, philanthropy. The first Marvel comic film was released after close work with comic writer Stan Lee. I think most of us have seen Iron Man. Slumdog Millionaire debuted and ultimately won many awards in 2009. Pirates of the Caribbean: World's End and Harry Potter: Order of Phoenix were the top grossing films in 2007. Did you see both of those films? I knew you did. I'll be curious about this next couple here. Mariah Carey surpassed Elvis Presley with her 18th #1 hit song. Only the Beatles had more at the time. Grey's Anatomy, The Office, and You're Smarter Than a Fifth Grader led the network television lineup on Thursday nights. Low, 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 low. By Flo Rida was the top 100 #1 song in December of 2007. Did you guys have that at your dances? Yeah. Carrie Underwood continued her string of hits in 2008. Yeah. I dug my key into the side of his pretty little souped-up four-wheel. Before He Cheats. Yeah, she won the 4th season of American Idol in 2005, and now look where she is. Let's see if we can get this to work, huh? That's another one of them, isn't it there, Mr. Hershey? That Soldier Boy, huh? In fact, that was a popular song at the prom. Yet I believe it caused the lights to be turned on because of what was going on the dance floor. Yep, they did it in 2008, too. A full complement of sports, clubs, and musical options like band and orchestra were all part of the activities at Lakeview in 2008, although young Chris Hershey probably preferred playing Wii. Anybody know what that system's about, huh? Or rather, a real golf course. He was, of course, involved in a lot of NHS projects because he was president of NHS as a senior. We also had a couple of young, aspiring assistant principals back then. Huber and KAPLA. Pictures look a lot different today. Lakeview girls basketball. They won back-to-back Matt Gold League champs in 07 and 08 under the coaching of Mr. Harrit Saris. But let's not understand, 17 and 4 doesn't match up to what we've seen the last 3 years, is it, ladies? Oh, yeah. Where's those Stewart photography guys? Yeah, they've been taking pictures at Lakeview in '08. They were taking it for more than 50 years now. And, you know, around the time 2008 rolled around, the kids were driving old Hondas and old Chevy Cavaliers and Ford Focuses, because that's what they could afford, and that's what gas cost. $4 a gallon. So, when gas was just over $4 a gallon and Carrie Underwood was telling girls at concerts to destroy their cheating boyfriend's truck, a bright athletic gentleman by the name of Christopher Hershey finished his career as a Husky and headed to Michigan State University. He completed his bachelor's degree in chemistry and computational chemistry with 170 credits worth. He earned his doctoral degree there too. Dr. Hershey focuses on chemistry of polymer engineering and science. He has produced significant research in his field, specializing in how you can change the properties of plastics to help in the manufacturing process. His current work at Oak Ridge National Laboratory in Tennessee as a chemical and polymer engineer allows him access to the world's largest 3D printer. Dr. Hershey's research works on the focus of developing plastics materials for the use in three-dimensional print applications and manufacturing. He is a true expert in his field, but remember, he was once a beginner. Let's thank Chris Hershey for coming back to Lakeview High School to share a few thoughts and welcome him to the microphone.
Thank you, Mr. Paulson, for that introduction. Oh, finally getting to see everyone's faces. I've been looking forward to this for about a month now. Thank you, Principal KAPLA, faculty, and staff for inviting me to the 2019 commencement as your speaker. Before I begin, let us give another round of applause for all the mothers, fathers, aunts, uncles, grandparents, guardians, getting you all to where you are right now. My own parents are in the crowd right now, and I remember that when I was in your seats and I graduated, they were very excited for me to leave the house. When I was asked to be the 2019 commencement speaker, I was informed that I would be the youngest commencement speaker in Lakeview's history. I consider this to be a great honor and an opportunity to share with you the experiences I've had since my high school graduation. Now, I graduated in 2008, and while that does not seem like a long time, as Mr. Paulson said, let me remind you in this digital age that the original iPhone came out in my senior year. I had a flip phone in high school where the only app was a game called Snake. And if you don't know that, then Google it and download it because it's pretty fun to play still. But even with changes in technology, I can almost guarantee you that we had the same social groups. Growing pains, frustrations, triumphs. Our school spirit in my graduating class was strong, if not a little too strong. Principal KAPLA, Assistant Principal Huber, they quite often probably think about the days in which we had our own food fights in the cafeteria. In fact, the first time that I met Principal KAPLA was when I had chocolate yogurt pudding all over my white Air Force Ones. Yeah. The friendships that I made, though, during those years, those are a bond that is timeless. You will always have your friends that you graduated here. Just call upon them, and it's easier now with the social media age. Many of my friends have returned to St. Clair Shores, created successful lives for themselves, and have even started families. It is no surprise, since this is a beautiful city with much to offer. a fact that I did not realize until after college. As my high school graduation neared closer for me, I was absolutely ready to leave. I knew I was going to Michigan State University. It was not the only school I applied to, however. For me, I had a 4.0 in high school, but my ACT scores were not great. I didn't even attempt the SAT. Because of my ACT scores, MSU was actually the only school I got an acceptance letter from. It was the best thing to happen for me. When I first started at MSU, I chose computer science as my major. I don't remember exactly why I chose that. I'm pretty sure it's because I wanted to learn how to program, and there were just so many choices to have when I arrived. But I always loved chemistry in school, and when I was younger, I wanted to be a nuclear engineer, which in sixth grade, I took a field trip to the Impression 5 Science Museum in Lansing, Michigan, and it was there that a massive periodic table captured my attention, and my mom said that if you want to be a nuclear engineer, then you will have to know all of these elements. I did not disappoint, and I studied and memorized each element, scribbling down chemical compounds on a piece of paper that I still have to this day. In case it isn't wholly apparent, I was a bit of a nerd in high school, and I'm proud of it. So coming back to my freshman year at MSU, imagine how exciting it was to start my first general chemistry class, which was about the size of the auditorium and this auditorium right here. And I sat probably over on that side, way in the back. The first of 3 midterms arrived, and I knew I would do well with this class. I mean, I had a 4.0 in high school, and I barely studied. So why would this be any different? After the test, I felt great, and the next day grades were posted, and I got a 90. Not bad. Wondering where I lost the points, I checked the results and noticed red X after X after X. And it was then I realized I got a 90 out of 200. I failed my first chemistry midterm. Never before did I fail an exam, and I felt my heart stop. You see, in college, if you start with a poor GPA, you will spend the rest of your academic career trying to repair it. In that first year, I had to rethink my whole approach to school. I had to learn all over again how to study because this was a new experience, a new level, and I was not in high school anymore. My other classes were similar. My math professor said to me that my methods with solving a problem were illegal, okay, because I didn't show my work. I did it in my head, and he wanted to see it. So not only did I have to learn how to study, but I also had to write down every step of my work. But luckily, I could still get by in my writing class because I could always BS a paper. Yes, college was a new challenge for me, one that I had to overcome. But my professors were there to help and challenge me. My chemistry professor, the late Dr. Paul Hunter, would indulge my desire to learn and answered my questions about chemistry until one day he questioned why I was a computer science major. And thanks to him, I made the decision to change my majors to chemical engineering and computational chemistry. As the years went on, the classes became more challenging, but I grew with them, and once again, I was able to do well without studying. I never took notes, and I learned that it was more important to listen rather than to transcribe what the professors were saying. That worked with me. Maybe it will work for you, maybe not. From my 2nd to 5th year of college, I was taking 18 credit hour semesters, and I was the resident assistant for my floor. The resident assistant, or RA, is tasked with creating a community between students and mentoring them through college. It was challenging to do my own work while helping students with their own obstacles. Some students struggled with school, others with being away from home. But thanks to the community we had on the floor, each student, including myself, found their respective friends and professors whom helped them succeed. What I learned most from my undergraduate studies was not only how to be independent, but also how to ask for help when needed. I think of life as a 3-legged stool, each leg being education, family, and friends. Your family and friends may give you a hard time sometimes, but they are always there for you. They know you on a level that the world will not. Your education, on the other hand, no matter how you obtain it, whether through school or life experiences, is yours and yours alone. No one can take away from you your education. This simple fact is why I continued on to grad school. That and to get these sweet wizard robes. When I applied to grad schools, I once again applied to a multitude of them. Another standardized test, the GRE, got in my way. Engineers I went to school with said that the math section was a breeze, but my math scores were well below what was expected of an engineer. I did not retake the exam and instead continued to grad school at MSU. 10 years I spent at that university, and I have no regrets. I learned in that time that the word standardized did not apply to me. Never did I consider myself to be standard or fit the mold. I intended to break the mold and solve problems my own way. If you take anything from this speech today, I would ask that you challenge yourself and do not let others define you. Do not let a test dictate your future. I graduated grad school with a 4.0 and a PhD in chemical engineering. My work ethic and inquisitive nature opened an opportunity for me to work at Oak Ridge National Laboratory. Even as I work there now, some politics in the lab put down people who they label incestuous learners, those that went to undergrad and grad school at the same university, me, for example. Once again, even after all of my studies and accomplishments, I deal with people who are determined to tell me what is ideal, because that is what the mold or standard dictates. However, since I have worked there, multiple job opportunities have been presented to me from clients that I work with. When you get results, no one seems to put much stock in the term incestuous learner. Which brings me to the 3 things that I have learned which I wish to pass on to you today. Number 1, question everything. Don't go through life with a cloud of doubt or uncertainty. If you want something but don't know how to get it, find someone who does and learn from them. I suggest starting a LinkedIn page right now and build your virtual resume. When you do, add me to your network and use me as a resource if you have questions. Number 2, go the extra mile. It pains me as well as others I work with when I hear someone say, that is not my job. If you know how to do something and have the opportunity and time to do it, then do it. You will see yourself rewarded down the line. I can guarantee it. And number 3, jump headfirst into the unknown. I lived in Michigan my entire life, and after 10 years at MSU, I wanted to return to St. Clair Shores. It was my home, my family and friends were here, but the job I wanted was in Tennessee. So I sold my condo in Lansing, and yes, grad students can get an income, and I sold my car, which I had since I was in high school, a Chevy HHR, by the way. Again, nerd. And I had to restart my life anew. And while it was difficult for the first couple of months, of all my experiences so far, this has truly been the best one yet. Emotions will run deep for many of you today as you say goodbye to your school, teachers, and even some of your friends. But know that this is the end of only one chapter in the story of your life. And while each of your stories will be different, trust me when I say that the education you have received here, the diploma that you have earned, has prepared you to write a truly marvelous story that will be worth telling to someone down the road. Thank you, and go Huskies.
Lakeview would like to present this token of our appreciation to Dr. Hershey, class of 2008, for his contribution to this evening's events. Thanks, Chris. And now, Class of 2019, prepare to receive your diplomas. Lakeview Board of Education. Based on the completion of the requirements for graduation set forth by the Lakeview Public Schools Board of Education and the state of Michigan, it is with great pleasure that I recommend to you the class of 2019 for the high school diplomas. Seniors, prepare to receive your diplomas.
Mariah Danielle Gates.
Grace Helen Allor, highest honors.
Ayana Nicole Armstrong.
Cody David Archambault.
Tom Chisevic.
Daniel James Arndt.
Yanni Mansora.
Melissa Ann Ashbrook.
Diamond Elizabeth Felton.
Alexis Markina Arvoris.
Madeline Rose Badrack, highest honors.
Damani Runako Batiste II.
Benjamin Matthew Barnes.
Patrick Ian Arcosa Barano.
Josephine Quinn Belcrest.
Justin William Bebuck.
Logan Matthew Bird.
Alyssa Danielle Binson.
Brandon James Biggerstaff Honors.
Noah Joseph Bloss.
Abigail Nicole Bloomfield.
Nathaniel Adam Bober.
Jacob Alexander Bobko.
Lauren Jasmine Brown.
Alyssa Lynn Bubner.
Tyler Sky Burke.
Alexa Noel Rutel.
Justin Robert Burns.
Jenna Rose Burns.
Florian Boozy.
Robert Dale Burton.
Jacob Thomas Caruso.
Emily Elizabeth Carlton.
Corey Edward Casaban.
Luciano Giovanni Caruso.
Tyler Joseph Chareau.
Alexandria Lee Chappeton.
Eric Christian Clancy.
Meredith Clark Chesney.
Janessa Elizabeth Comito.
Ziana Janae Cole.
Shalia Danae Conley, highest honors.
Jennifer Ashley Conant.
Shelby Reef Cooper.
Claire Leanne Conwell.
Cinnamon Crystal Dardini.
Christian Robert Daly.
Karan Marcus Davis.
Dominic George Vincent DeSaro Honors.
Lawan Dawson Jr.
Evan Morgan Dawson.
Jackson Ray Dell Honors.
Noel Kiara DeBose.
Ryan Thomas DeMeyer.
Andrew James Dickinson.
Anthony Christopher Dykowski.
Aaron Claire Dodds.
Megan Marie Dombrowski Honors.
Cooper Paul Downey.
Paul Eric Downey.
Evan John Dubé Honors.
Demond Lamar Duncan.
Devin Luis Dyer.
Layla Simone Duncan.
Jacques Joseph Emmons.
Ryan H.C. Ellington.
Emilio Luis Esparza.
Jacob Dylan Erzbischoff.
Alfred Ruslan First.
Tamira Monet Faulkner.
Corey Thomas Foley.
Albriana Paige Fletcher.
Khalil Darrell Ford.
Karan William Ford.
Jordan Kevin Foster.
Ryan Harold Ford.
Jack Allen Gacious.
Michael Connor Franklin.
Richard Dante Gaines.
Lauren Cecilia Gaffigan.
Kenneth Thomas Getty Jr.
Haley Lynn Garbalia Baker.
Ethan Richard Gosnell.
Kenneth Albert Gadula.
Gabrielle Reese Grant.
Benjamin Indiana Gilbert.
Chase Alexander Griffin.
Amy Lynn Grazik.
Michael Anthony Gashardo.
Trayvon Alex Grayson.
Jaden Matthew Hayes.
Stephen Lee Grunenwald.
Alexander Patrick Hart.
Dante Padamia Haig.
Noelle Marie Hassel.
Quincy Maurice Harris.
Taylor Allen Rudolph House.
Avery William Harwood Highest Honors.
Stephen Francis Herman.
Andrew Frank Hodek.
Angelina Ruby Hope.
Jordan Michael Heiss.
Anthony James Forak.
Micaiah Unique Henderson.
Emily Rose Humbert.
Sydney Marie Hicks Highest Honors.
DeLorean Charles Ishman II.
Sean Michael Hoover.
Adam Patrick Johnson.
Stephen James Horn.
Amora Jaytanae Jackson. Mauricia Artlantis Johnson.
Hamza Faiz Ishmael.
Jawan Lamar Jones.
Noah Dennis Jenkin.
Hayden Lloyd Kaufman Honors.
Cedric Monsell Johnson II.
Jacob William Robert Kurt.
Zachary Tyler Johnson.
Haley Nicole Kluge.
Olivia Catherine Kale.
Logan Alexander Kepke.
Michaela Rose Kay.
Lillian Hope Kowalczyk.
Alexis Marie Klagus.
Ivan Paul Crota.
Elizabeth Ann Cook.
Caleb Devon Laster.
Harold John Cotman III.
Logan James Lauer.
Madeline Roseanne Kratz Honors.
Christine Michelle Lair.
Bailey James Lack.
Casey Ann Lee Highest Honors.
Brendan David Lathers Honors.
John Michael Lefevre.
Jaden Riley Lawler.
Vernon Capri Leverett Jr.
Sarah Marie LeBlanc.
Passion Inez Lewis.
Nicholas James Lee.
Craig Deshawn Lippett II.
Barron Virginia Lurchenfeld Honors.
Kyron Nathaniel Magasar.
Chet Linus Lewandowski.
Juliana Marie McCann Honors.
Rashina Sade Lewis.
Ryan Michael Marlowe.
Jordan Renee Max.
Avery Louise Matute.
Adam Michael Magnotti.
Kivi Vilio Mayfield.
Isabella Hunter Marietta.
Gavin Ray McLaughlin.
Donovan Lake Maraca.
Megan Eleonora Messina.
Kelly Elizabeth May.
Alexandria Gail Middleton.
Brandon Marcel McCain.
Lawan Montez Miles II.
Michaela Angela Meager, highest honors.
Rachel Marie Moseri.
Kyle Anthony Miselli.
Leonard Allen Moore Jr. Honors.
Emily Jo Militz.
Gianna Renee Morin.
Tyler Gordon Miscali.
Trevor Bernard Brauzinski, highest honors.
Brian Joseph Mogelski.
Scott William Nadvornik.
Shamira Lanice Morgan.
Noah Alexander Oliveri.
Simon Alexander Mozaleski.
Crystal Marie Pack.
Sarah Christine Mulebrandt.
Claire Marie Parenteau.
Jana Patrice Nunley.
Skylar Noel Pendleton.
Angelise Ortiz Rosado.
Haley Ann Phillips.
Jennifer Rose Palazzolo.
Lorna D. Pinero.
Ian Raymond Joseph Pelzer.
Alexia Providence Prince.
Ashley Elaine Phillips.
Michaela Ariel Polo.
Caleb Andrew Pianowski.
Madison Rose Reber-Botts.
Lucas Potter.
Katrina Irene Reeves.
Jocelyn Rose Hubrat.
Maya Kyoko Ricks.
Alex Anthony Raffin.
Jack Edward Robertson.
Kiara Monet Corliss Reed.
Alyssa Christian Ross.
Jalen Christopher Render.
Alan Joseph Seri.
Dankel Anthony Robinson.
Stephanie Krista Schultz Honors.
Jessica Lynn Rosnowski.
Dalton Mitchell Shipler.
Matthew David Sauvé.
Noah Daniel Schultz.
James Patrick Scheid II.
William Lucas Seelinger.
Richard Aaron Schoenrock.
Lucas Roland Sharp.
Wilhelmina Epling Schultz.
Jacob Isaac Shue.
Joseph Scott Sargent Jr.
Shane Michael Samofsky.
Brendan Anthony Sherdy.
Fiona Leanne Smeagol Honors.
Sterling Michael Shuford Barber.
Jacob Thomas Smith.
Jessica Marie Smalley.
Sydney Page Smoke.
Anthony Samuel Smith Jr.
Colin John Southway.
Liam Thomas Smith.
Zoe Isabella Stevenson.
Brandon Justin Sorgelus.
Adrienne Lee Stockett.
Elizabeth Audrey Stevens.
Anthony Christopher Stone.
Devin Avon Stewart.
Josiah Eric Stone.
Justin Michael Stockwell.
Jack Raymond Swade, highest honors.
Justin David Straight Jr.
Deanna Marie Tate.
Samuel Adam Sudney.
Jordan Elise Taylor.
Rebecca Marie Sweeney.
Christopher Savion Thomas.
Griffin Lois Taylor.
Christian Gregory Turner.
Jeffrey Wayne Thim Jr.
Selena Kayla Valadez Herrera.
Anthony Agostino Tizio.
Mason Matthew Vargas.
Dylan Michael Van Horn.
Michaela Storm Vitale.
Samantha Lee Unsworth.
Robin Michael Wantuck Schwartz.
Marlene Velasco.
Kristen Marie Waters.
Kelly Lynn Wanzel.
Megan Nicole Wegley.
Venetia Seporia Washington.
Rachel Lynn Welka-Poland honors.
Jacob Alexander Webb.
Jace Colin James Wilson honors.
Charles Lucas Wurtenberger highest honors.
Kendall Amaya Wofford.
Michael Joseph Wiedoff. Wilson.
Jackson Isaac Rubel.
Brendan Maxwell Wojcik.
Shogo Jacob Yoshida Honors.
Kyle James Wright.
Alexis Michelle Young.
Reagan Aaron Yaks.
Tara Susan Zajac.
Sarah Alexandra Ewells.
Harrison Bradley Zimmerman.
Stephen Michael Zajac II. And Jenna Joy Zatkoff. I would like to now introduce Mrs. Nicole Rosie, our National Honor Society advisor.
Jennifer Margaret Ackerman, highest honors. Elizabeth Faye Anderson, honors. Alyssa Marie Armento, highest honors. Erica Kathleen Beckstrom, highest honors. Daniel Fisher Coolier, highest honors. Julia Diane Decker, honors. Savannah Simone Dela Cruz, highest honors. Cameron Nicholas Denbus, highest honors. Cassandra Dolores Dolson, highest honors. Owen Patrick Engel, honors. Alexandria Marie Goss, honors. Andrew David Green, honors. Luke Alfred Hyde, highest honors. Antonia Marie Jackson, honors. Natasha Ain Kidwell, highest honors. Jillian Leontine Diane Languas, honors. Andrew Joseph Leisha, highest honors. Chaz Alexander Lumpkin, highest honors. Amelia Malishka, honors. Julia Ann Martin, honors. Tristan Olson Mueller, honors. Anna Sophia Musili, highest honors. Andrew Michael Notoriano, honors. Leah Rain Parsons, honors. Ashlyn Noel Robinson. Nathan Carl Stice, honors. Jessica Kathleen Vandermas, honors. Brianna Francis Wassel, honors. Elizabeth Barbara Ann Wollenson, highest honors. And Ifienya Sophia Cesopoulos, honors.
I mean, another round of applause for the class of 2019. Graduates, today, this week, this month, many students, just like yourselves, will be graduating high school throughout the United States. According to the National Center for Education Statistics, 3.4 million students will graduate this year from high school. A staggering number indeed. Each class will be filled, just like this one, with insanely talented students. You heard a little about them tonight. In terms of their talent, I would put this class up against any class in the United States, hands down. The class of 2019 is an impressive group of talented individuals, but my focus is inaccurate. I'm wrong by focusing solely on talent. Talent is abundant. Talent is in each one of you here tonight. Talent is not what separates you from the masses graduating this year. Here's the secret, and the secret will carry you throughout your life. The secret to success and happiness is an unwavering, unrelenting, take no prisoners work ethic. Your work ethic, attitude, resiliency will carry you much further than talent ever could. The road to success is littered with talented people who at first sign of adversity or hard times gave up. However, if you look at those who are truly happy and those who have defined success for themselves, the road to success is paved with those who never gave up. You have already started to ingrain that quality by making it here tonight. Your parents, guardians, and others who will guide you in life after high school know this to be true. So, as you leave here tonight and celebrate with your well-deserved achievements and your family, and keeping your family in mind, think about how you separate yourself apart from others. Your hard work, your resiliency, and your attitude. It will carry you. It always will. Your husky spirit will remain at Lakeview High School long after this day. The relationships you forged, the experiences you shared, and the dreams you dreamt as a class will forever remain So go out, dream your dreams, and do not quit until you have accomplished what you set out to do. Congratulations, class of 2019. It is now my pleasure to introduce to you the Student Council Executive Board President, Elizabeth Anderson. Libby is the daughter of Kim and Bill. At Lakeview, Libby was a part of Student Council for 4 years and Executive Board President for the last year. Libby was also the student representative for the Board of Education. She is a 4-year cross-country runner and also ran track for 4 years. Libby will be attending Wayne State University in the fall and will major in medical illustration. Ladies and gentlemen, Libby Anderson.
Would the class of 2019 please rise? Having met all the requirements for graduation established by Lakeview Public Schools, I present to you the graduates of the class of 2019.